capitalist economy, we're led to believe that competition between brands and retailers leads to overall benefit of the consumer. So, does living in a communist country like Vietnam raise the prices of things like camera gear? What's up guys, it is Mitchell, and in today's video, I am going to cover the highly requested topic of whether or not camera gear is more expensive in Vietnam or America. I know a lot of people are looking to purchase a new camera or looking to purchase some video or photo creating accessories before their trip overseas, and you might be wondering, should I take advantage of the exchange rate when I get there? Are things gonna be more expensive? Where will my dollar go the furthest? And in today's video, I broke down cameras, I broke down lenses, memory cards, tripods, and I went ahead and I found a conclusive answer to where you should buy your camera gear. Before we jump into all of that, the links for the things I'm talking about and the prices I am getting, at least for the American side, come from Amazon. So if you're looking to purchase one of these products before your trip, I really appreciate it if you do buy it through my Amazon affiliate links. It helps me out and it supports my channel with no added cost to you, the viewer. Also, if you guys are on Instagram and you want to see how I make these videos and what daily life is like living in a third world communist country, go ahead, check out the link for my Instagram. It's @MitchellMillennial. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into some of the gear that I'm using, the prices I found it for, and what I paid for it. And first, we are going to start with the Sigma 16mm f1.4 E-mount lens. I'm using it to film this video right now. I ended up paying a US equivalent to $378.83. I paid for it obviously in Vietnamese dong, but that's what the equivalent price was for it here. In the US, on Amazon right now, the same exact lens is $70 more plus tax. So by buying it in Vietnam, you're saving anywhere between 80 to 100 bucks after you include tax and shipping. This isn't just Sigma lenses. The Sony 16-70 f4 lens, or the Zeiss branded lens, is a total of $825 in the US. And in Vietnam, the same lens, brand new, retails for $774. This is nearly a $60 price difference before you factor in tax on purchasing one of these items. I also took a look at the Sony 55mm f1.8 lens, and again, here in Vietnam, $50 cheaper than on Amazon, and that's before you factor in tax. I then compared some of the higher end Sony and Zeiss glass to see what the price would be, and still it was cheaper in Vietnam. And that struck me as kind of odd, because I would think that the differences I would see in price would be the same for Sony as I would for Canon and Nikon. This got me thinking, if camera bodies are a little bit cheaper and lenses are a little bit cheaper, what about other accessories, like maybe from Peak Designs or memory cards from SanDisk? And what I found was really interesting. For all of those that didn't know, Peak Design's products are actually manufactured here in Vietnam. So to my way of thinking, I would assume that they would either be cheaper or the same price. Not so. My Peak Designs everyday 30-liter bag is nearly $100 more expensive in Vietnam than in the US of A. And this goes for a lot of Peak Design products here. They're on average a quarter to a third more expensive than back in the States. It struck me then, okay, so Peak Designs is kind of a premium brand, I could understand why. But what about memory cards, like from SanDisk, the industry leader in memory cards for compact and DSLR cameras? So I looked at the brand new SanDisk UHS-2 64GB card. It features some of the fastest read and write speeds and can be used for cameras like the Panasonic GH5 and GH5S. What I found here was maybe even more shocking. The 64GB card, an authentic, because you do have to worry about authenticity with these, costs $171. And back on Amazon in the US, that same exact card is $126 plus shipping and handling and tax. If you have Amazon Prime, shipping and handling comes at no extra charge for you, obviously. This kind of confused me that it would be so much more expensive here than in America. So I looked at some of the cheaper memory cards. And again, my confusion grew even more. A SanDisk UHS-1 64GB card in America is $37 on Amazon. Here in Vietnam, that same card is $44 with no tax. So you're essentially paying the same price for that older technology card. These things struck me as odd, but I think that there's a lot that we can take away from this experience. If you are looking for the newest and most cutting edge camera stuff or peripherals, then buying them in the US is probably going to be your best bet. Things like computer hard drives and memory cards seem to be in much higher demand here, and thus retailers can go ahead and mark those prices up because of that. So I think there's a couple of key things that we can take away from this exercise. If you are looking to travel overseas, I would suggest buying all of your memory cards, your batteries, back in the US or back in your home country. But if you don't mind having an international warranty or a gray market item, there are some real savings to be had not only on camera bodies and camera lenses, but on things like tripods, sliders, and other video making accessories. Just remember, if you're looking to buy Peak Designs, steer clear of it in Vietnam because you're gonna pay a lot more than you would in the US. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think it was an interesting exercise to look and compare pricing across countries. And if you have more questions about this or where to find items in Vietnam, go ahead, comment down below so I can take that feedback and make another video with it. Okay guys, till next time, it's been Mitchell coming to you from Hanoi, Vietnam. Keep creating.